I still have a lot of people that are waiting on an update about the Valentine's Day Braille heart that we made for a child in my son's class. I said this on some of the other socials, but there's not really going to be an update. I teach embroidery, and I just originally featured that video because I wanted to explain how people could make something like that. I never anticipated it was going to go viral, and it was really overwhelming to me that people were so overwhelmed and there was such a flood of comments based on just trying to include a child. And then I was really bothered by the amount of people that were like, we need a reaction, we need a reaction, because we're so accustomed to that on social media. And it didn't sit well with me. And I was trying to figure out, like, does this bother me so much? And I didn't mean to seem rude in any of my comments about it, but it was meant to be inclusive. And we move from being inclusive to intrusive when we expect to see a reaction or we expect to get thanks. And honestly, the best outcome from that would be to hear nothing, because that meant that mine was just one of many other thoughtful gifts. And I hope that was the case. It's really hard to see all of the comments of like, I'd be so overwhelmed if this happened for me, of so many people that have not felt included. And I hope that that is a lesson to all of us, that it doesn't take a lot to try to be inclusive. We should always be looking for ways to include people. And at the same time, the flood of comments about that means that people just aren't seeing that and feeling that in our world. And that is so sad. So anyway, just an update to say, like, my son said he liked it. Of course, he thinks everybody loved all their Valentines. And I do also know that other families did attempt to make Braille messages. And that's all there is. Everyone's moved on. There's no great reveal. There's no big update. And that's okay. That's not what it was meant for. It's not about the person sending it or receiving recognition or us having a glimpse into that private moment. So I wanted to protect that for that child and also make it clear that I was not expecting that. And sorry if anybody got offended by my curtness in some of those replies. But it wasn't for entertainment. It just wasn't. But thank you for the kind comments. And I hope that it's a challenge to everybody to find ways to make people feel included.